Hello, lovely people. How are you doing? Welcome back to another video where we are looking at trigonometric identities, the compound angle formulae, and we are continuing to apply them to problems. So, the first one is sine 30 cos 60 plus sine 30 sine 60. We need to calculate this without using a calculator. So, for those that are doing the A-level course, again, it will not come, this kind of problem probably wouldn't come where you have to do this without using a calculator because every exam is calculator. But the whole point of this is to get you to practice using the identity. Okay, so this is the expansion of sine of a plus b. Looking at it like this, so sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. That's what this is if I let 30 equal a and 60 equal b. So this is sine of a plus b. And because a was equal to 30 and cos was equal to 60, that's sine of 30 plus 60, which is the same thing as sine of 90 degrees. And sine of 90 degrees is equal to 1. So therefore, this is equal to 1. Okay. Next, we have cos 110 cos 20 plus sine 110 sine 20. So if we call this A and this B, this is A, this is B. This is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. So this is the expansion of cos of A minus B. So A was equal to 110. So that's cos of 110 minus 20. And that is equal to cos of 90. And that is equal to 0 because cos of 90 is 0. Lovely stuff. Let's move on to the next one. Again, without using the calculator. So we see here sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. This is the expansion of sine of A plus B. And that in particular is sine of 33 plus 27, which is equal to sine of 60, because 33 plus 27 is 60. And sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. Okay, next we've got a nice radians one. The giveaway that it's radians is that you've got pi's involved. So you've got cos pi over 8, cos pi over 8, minus sine pi over 8, sine pi over 8. Well, if we call this A, B, A, and B, though it's the same letter, this is the expansion of cos A, cos B, minus sine A, sine B. So this is cos of A plus B. So in particular, that is cos of pi over 8 plus pi over 8, which is cos of pi over 4. Now keep in mind that pi over 4 radians is the same thing as 45 degrees. So that is going to be root 2 over 2. Let's keep going, guys. So same thing again, work out the value of these things without the use of a calculator. So if we call this A, call this B, call that A, and call that B, we have the expansion. So sine A cos B minus cos A sine B is the same thing as sine of A minus B. So that is going to be sine of A, which is 60, B, which is 15. So that's sine of 45. And sine of 45 degrees is going to be equal to root 2 over 2. Keep in mind that that's the same thing as cos of 45, which is also root 2 over 2 in the previous example that we did. Okay, next one. Oh, this one looks a little bit different, but it's all good. They tried to throw in a bit of a curveball, but it's okay. So if I expand this, I end up getting cos 70 cos 50 minus cos 70 tan 70 sine 50. Okay, now I'm just going to leave the cos 70, cos 50 as it is. And I've got the minus cos 70. Keep in mind that tan 70 is sine 70 over cos of 70. So that's nifty. And then that's being multiplied by the sine of 50 that we have here. Okay, and then we end up with cos 70 cos 50 minus, now the cos 70s cancel, so it's just, we're left with sine of 70 sine of 50. And again, if we apply what we were doing before, this is A, this is B, this is A, this is B. We've got cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. So this is the expansion of cos of A plus B. And in particular, that is cos of 70, because A was 70, plus B, which is 50, which is going to be here. And that is going to be cos of 120. Now, we can use a little bit of help here with a cos graph to say what this will be. There are other ways in which we can do this, but I think this way is fine. So keep in mind the cos of 30 we would know is equal to a half. So let's just say about here, not really to scale. And this is 90 here. So 30 more than 90 is going to be here, which is 120. So using the symmetry, if this is a half, then this is going to be minus a half. So that's going to be minus a half. If that method did not make sense, then have a look at this one as well, where we can say the cos of 120 is the same thing as cos of 90 plus 30, which it is. Then we can use the expansion, cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. So this is the same thing as cos 90 cos 30 minus sine 90 sine 30. Cos of 90, well, that's just 0. So that all becomes 0. Minus sine 90 is 1. Sine 30 is a half. And this all simplifies to minus a half. So 2 ways of getting that result. I mean, the second way definitely gets us more in the spirit of, using the identities that we are trying to get familiar with. But this other way just reminds us that we have the graph and we can use symmetry and things of that nature. Cool. And that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.